Hello, supply chain designers, and welcome to our first live event of SC2X, Supply Chain Design. My name is Sergio Caballero, and I'm the course lead of SC2X, the best course of the MicroMasters. Please don't tell this to the other course leads. So we are very excited to have you on board on this course. And today, I'm pleased to have Dr. Eva Ponce with us. Eva Ponce is the Executive Director of the MITx MicroMasters program in Supply Chain Management, and also a research scientist at the MIT Center for Transportation and Logistics. She oversees the 5 massive online MIT courses in supply chain management, plus the comprehensive final exam that make up the MicroMaster program. Her current research focuses on designing omni-channel distribution strategies and helping retailers and manufacturers to understand how e-commerce growth and mobile devices are affecting supply chains. She also leads research initiatives on reverse logistics and closed-loop supply chains. Dr. Ponce has over 18 years of experience in teaching and research in supply chain management and quantitative models for industrial engineering. So welcome, Eva, to this live event, and thank you for being today with us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much, and welcome. Welcome to this first live event in SC2X.
Okay, awesome. So the plan for today. So in the next 60 minutes, what we'd like to cover is the following. First, Eva will start talking a bit about the program. She will give an overview of the program. Then I will give a very short, a very brief overview of this course of SC2X. Then we will start talking about the main topic of this live event. So we will start talking about omni-channel. If you have any questions during this live event, any questions about the program itself or about the course or about the topic that we'll discuss, please send your question through Slido. I'm going to be reading, and I'm going to be reading and asking your questions to Eva. Please feel free to do it at any time during this live event. Okay, so without further ado, so let's get started.
Excellent. Thank you, Sergio. So let's start. As Sergio mentioned, we really want to make these live events as much as interactive as possible. So feel free to send your questions. We are happy to try to answer through the presentation. So first of all, we want to bring you a brief overview of our program. So who are we? We are the MIT, the Center for Transportation and Logistics. This center started 40 years ago, and the main goal was to create supply chain innovation and driving this innovation into practice. I need to say that this center is very industry-oriented, and every single thing we are doing here, it needs to be industry applied. I'm very always refer that one of the main questions we receive here is, does this make sense? Does this make sense for the industry? Does this make sense for a company? So this is kind of our driver for anything we are doing here. Research is one of the legs here at CTL. We have more than 15 full-time researchers at the center specialized in different topics in supply chain management. We also have a second leg that is the is outreach, and outreach are our partners. And as I mentioned, we are very industry oriented. So we have companies, we have organizations that are members of the CTL Center, and we work with them together closely in order to develop research projects and in order to develop any new idea or project we have here at the center. And finally, education. So education is definitely the third leg. We have been running the supply chain management master's degree here at MIT CTL since 1997. So we are now celebrating the 20th anniversary of the SCM alumni. This master degree program has been ranking as #1 master degree in supply chain management for the last years. So there is a lot of knowledge here behind, and we have Dr. Bruce Arson running this program. We are also offering PhD in logistics at this center. We are offering a bunch of products and educational portfolio for professionals and executive education. Most recently, we are also offering the MicroMaster in supply chain management. That's why we're here today. And this is what we are going to talk a bit more today. I also want to bring here that MIT CTL always, since the very beginning, has this global approach. We have 6 excellence centers across the world. The first was the center here in Cambridge, MIT in Massachusetts, United States. We also have one center in Zaragoza, Spain, another center in Bogota in Latin America, in Colombia, one center in Malaysia, one in Ningbo, China, and one in Luxembourg in Europe. So 6 centers across the world with this global approach. We really want to bring global education in supply chain management. We also want to have global researchers, global projects. So this is kind of the nature of this center. About the MicroMaster, the program you are enrolled in. MicroMaster started in fall 2015, was announced in 2015. And since then, we have more than 280,000 learners enrolled in this program. Around 20,000 verified learners. I will talk a bit about the difference between audit and verified learners. These are from all over the world, more than 190 countries. So far, we have more than 1,500 MicroMaster credential holders. These are the learners that have already completed the 5 courses plus the comprehensive final exam at the end. Definitely, I really hope to see some of you or most of you at the end of this journey. So in terms of the program and where we are, so the program includes 5 SCX courses. So SC2X is halfway. The very first course is Supply Chain Analytics. Now we are offering Supply Chain Analytics on demand. That means that while you are taking SC2X, during the time you are reviewing the different content in SC2X, you can always go to SC0X and review the basis, the foundations, the analytical tools that you need to know before, for instance, developing a network design model. So that's why now in this slide, you can see SC0X as part of the MicroMaster is we want to make this the reference course of the MicroMaster. So at any time, you can go to SC0X and review any of the analytical tools that we are offering there.
Eva, yes. Sorry to interrupt. So let me ask you a question. So I think there's a particular model about optimization.
Yes.
Okay, could you tell me more about this model? Why our students should take this model if they haven't taken this material?
Yes, in SC0X, what we are providing are the foundations, are the basic analytical tools. So we are explaining, for instance, linear programming, how linear programming works, how to formulate a problem using linear programming, how to formulate it, the constraint, the objective function, and how to do that. These are kind of the basics. And then you will use this tool, for instance, in SC2X to develop a network design model using the same technique, but applied to a specific supply chain management problem.
Got it. So if you don't know what a linear program is, or if you don't know what a MILP is, so please register to SC2X and take a look to the model that is called optimization. You will definitely use that material in this course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We also will provide during the course, SC2X, we will provide the links to the specific modules that connect with the specific material in each case. So you are halfway. As I mentioned, I really encourage you to complete this course, to go through the whole material. If you are interested in the MicroMaster, then After SC2X, we are going to offer SC3X, Supply Chain Dynamics. This is a more qualitative course, bringing more reality. So we are reviewing here global supply chains. We are also reviewing resilience, risk management, and complexity. We are bringing reality. That means we are bringing complexity, and we are trying to see how we can deal and manage this complexity in a supply chain. And in SC4X, supply chain technology and system, we are more into big data. We review here data management system. We are reviewing machine learning techniques, also ERP system, and also visibility traceability, something very relevant today in global supply chains. And at the very end of the program, in order to earn the MicroMaster credential, you need to pass the comprehensive proctor and final exam. This is a 2 exam that we are offering at the very end. And after that, you will earn the MicroMaster credential. So you can be part of these 1,500 people that already completed this program. There are two types of students. Most of you might know this by now. For these new learners that are joining this course, we have verified and audit. So anyone from anywhere with internet connectivity can take our courses for free, and they will have access to the material. However, if you want to pursue for a certificate in any of our SCX courses, you need to become a verified learner. What does a verified learner mean? This means that you need to first, you need to pay a modest fee, but you need to pay $200 per course. And second, you need to ID verify. That means that you need to verify your identity. You need to show your driver license or passport. You need to have a picture of yourself and verify your identity through the platform. So there are some benefits for verified learners. The very first one is that you can only have access to the midterm and final exam, and you will only be able to pass the course and earn the certificate if you are a verified learner. This is one of the main things. Second, if you are pursuing for the MicroMaster credential, you need to have these 5 SCX certificates before taking the CFX and complete the whole credential. We are also offering these live events only for verified learners. So we will bring experts, we will discuss topics, we will bring this interaction with you through this live event only for verified learners. And finally, we are offering supplemental material only for verified learners. These are extra practice problems, extra materials, some of our master theses from our residential program, some of the news, some of the cases that we want to share, kind of advanced materials, just to go a bit deeper into the contents and the material. So live events, this is a bunch of live events that we are offering and trying to bring this interaction to you learners. As I mentioned, the payment is the very first step to become a verified. The second one is the ID verification. This is also very important because we need to double check your identity. At the end, what we are doing is giving you a certificate. And we need to be sure that you are the person that has this knowledge in order to give you this certificate that is a proof of your knowledge in this specific course. There is a link here that will help you with this process. And any question here, you need to ask edX directly. There is the email account there, info@edX.org, for any question or issue related to the ID verification process. Okay, one of the best things of our program and one of the best things of being a verified learner and being involved and engaged with this community of learners is these study groups. These are spontaneous study groups that our learners are organizing. Our community manager, Arthur Grau, he's helping a lot to our learners to organize these spontaneous meetups and study groups. This is something that I personally fascinated about that. when I see people from Peru, when I see people from Singapore, from Germany, from Portugal, many different places that spontaneously they say, hey, I'm part of the MicroMaster program. I want to hang out with you. I want to study with you. I want to share with you the challenges I have through the program, for instance. Also, when we, the staff, go to a conference, we always announce that. So if any MicroMaster learner is around this conference, we are always super happy to meet with them. We are also super happy to receive your feedback and to learn from your experience. So this is something that we really encourage you to be part of. Personally, I think it's one of the great benefits of being part of this program. And let's move now into SC2X. Let's see what the expectation for this course.
Okay, Sergio. So before talking about SC2X, there are a couple of questions from the learners that I would like to ask you, Eva.
Sure.
So the first questions that we have is regarding the difference between the MIT MicroMaster in Supply Chain Management and the MIT Master Program. So basically, what's the difference between these two programs?
Yes, this is an excellent question. So MicroMaster is a credential, it's a certificate. This is a standalone certificate. For instance, once you earn your credential, you can apply for a job and you can include this in your resume, and it's a proof that you have completed these 5 courses. But it's a credential, a certificate. A master degree is a degree, it's a university degree. So the MicroMaster credential is a pathway for a master degree program here at MIT. That means that those that earn the MicroMaster credential can apply to the blended master degree at MIT. If they get admission, they are going to get some credits for their MicroMaster credential, and then they need to spend 1 full semester on campus in order to pass all of the courses, all of the credits, and complete the master degree program in supply chain management. Also, there are other universities across the world that they are offering master's degrees program for MicroMaster credentials. We call these pathway universities. So one is a master degree, a traditional master of applied science, master of engineering, and the other one is a credential, it's a certificate.
Okay, yeah? Excellent. Thank you, Eva. There's another question that is asking if there's any live project to work during the MicroMaster course, during the program. Are the students going to be involved in any project, or is something that is not contemplated?
Good. As part of the MicroMaster by itself, there is not kind of a capstone project or a master thesis project. This is part of the blended master degree. So if you enroll in a master degree, typically at MIT, definitely you need to complete a capstone project or a master thesis. If you enroll in any other universities, in most of the cases, yes, you need to complete this requirement. In the case of the credential by itself, in each course, you need to pass graded assignment. You will have midterm and final exam, but there is not a final project like that. We will have a final comprehensive exam, but not a capstone project like in a master degree program.
Perfect. So there's another question that is asking about for those students that already taken SC2x. So can they enroll again in SC2x, or is there any impact on them?
For those that are taking
already taking
SC2x,
correct,
and they pass SC2x,
and they pass SC2x.
So if you already took SC2x and you pass SC2x as a verified learner, you still will have access to this course as an archive course. However, if you want to enroll in the new instance of SC2x that we are offering, you can do that, and you can audit this course. So impact, no impact. You can do that. You can enroll for free. Some learners sometimes ask the question about, can I take again the course? Can I verify it again? Can I again pass the course because I want to improve my scores? And the answer is yes, definitely. You can enroll in the course as many times as you want. You can enroll as an audit. You can enroll as a verified. And if you want to improve your grades, the only way is to be a verified learner and take again the exam. Can you do that? Yes, definitely you can do that as many times as you want.
Okay, thank you, Eva. So let's move on. So let's start talking about SC2X.
Excellent.
And let me share my screen. Okay. So this is the 7th time that we are offering SC2X in the program, and actually this is the 5th time that I'm running this course, that I'm coordinating this course. In the current run of SC2X, we have more than 5,400 students enrolled. And out of these, 614 are verified learners. So these are the students that are committed to receive the certificate if they pass the course. Our students are coming from 48 different countries. And we are happy to have the help of 14 amazing CTAs. Our CTAs are helping us to moderate the discussion forum. And if you have any questions, they will try to help you to address that questions. There are 2 important days in our courses. So the first one is regarding enrollment. So you have any friend or any colleague that is planning to enroll in course, so please tell him or tell her to enroll before May 1st. That's the important date. The second date is when verification closed. That's 1 week after enrollment. And the date is May 8th. So if you are still thinking on becoming verified, we encourage you to become verified. But please do it before May 8th.
Yeah, one thing, sometimes we receive the question about, can I verify at the very end of the course? And unfortunately, the answer is no. You need to verify before, because the only way to have access to the exams is to be a verified learner. So you need to become a verified. In that way, you will have access to the midterm, to the final exam. So in order to earn a certificate, if you have a clear idea about, I want to pursue for the certificate, my recommendation is to verify it as soon as possible. If you are not pursuing for the certificate, you are fine through the audit track.
Exactly. Thank you for the clarification. Okay, so it's time to go to our first question. So we want to know, where are you from?
Okay, I'm going to answer. I'm from Spain originally. Where are you from?
I'm from Bolivia.
Excellent.
Okay, so please tell us, where are you from?
Good.
So while you respond to this poll,
let's move forward. Yeah.
Okay, so how to interact with the course team. So this is an important thing, how you can get involved with the team. So there are a couple of options. The first one is you can use the discussion forum. And the discussion forum is a great space if you want to ask questions about the learning space. And by learning space, we meant the videos, the quick questions, and the practice problems. So if you have any question regarding that content, please use the discussion forum. And as I just mentioned, the CTAs and also the TAs will try to help you answer the question. So that's one way. The second way is in the case, if you have questions related to the assessment, if you have questions about the graded assignment, if you have questions about the midterm and the final exam, so please use our SC2X help at MIT.edu account. Okay, so no questions about the GA or midterm or final exam in the discussion forum. The only way is through our email account. Okay.
And let me explain why we are doing that and why we are separating learning from assessment. So we really care about learning. We really want to provide the best learning experience and have a student collaborating, engaged, sharing knowledge. Definitely, this is very important for us. We are also providing immediate feedback through the learning space. However, since we are providing a certificate, since this certificate has a lot of value because this is a pathway for a master degree and can be convalidated for master graduate level credits, we need to care a lot about the value of this certificate, and we need to assess the knowledge of each of our learners. That's what, and this knowledge is an individual work. This is not a collaborative work with a study group. This is your own knowledge. That's why we do not allow collaboration for assessment. That's why if you have any question, we don't want you to go to any WhatsApp group, any other means, or even the discussion forum. We really want you just to interact with our MIT staff. We have here a great team trying to help you to understand any problem, any issue, anything you have related to assessment. But this is your individual work. That's why I really want to insist on that. We also have our honor code to ensure the academic integrity, and we really care. We really care about that because of you guys, because we really want to add value to the credential, and our understanding is that this is one of the ways to add value to the credential.
Okay. Also, if you have any suggestion, any feedback, or any comment or idea to improve the course, please reach out to us. Please send out an email to sc2xhelp@mit.edu, or you can also send me an email.
Or just to me directly. We are very happy to receive your feedback always. And we are learning a lot about the feedback we receive, and we are trying to improve our courses based on this feedback. So don't be shy. Share your feedback with us. Good.
Okay, so we have also a couple of questions about the specifics about the course. So let me ask you, Eva.
Sure.
Stop this. So the first question is about the immediate feedback. So one student is asking, I understand that we will not receive answer during or after the midterm exam.
Yes.
Is this the plan for SC2X as well?
Yeah, this is a great question. Yes, very timely. Immediate feedback we are providing in the learning space. We are providing immediate feedback for practice problems and for quick questions. However, we consider midterm and final exams pure assessment. That means that we are not sharing any feedback during or after the exam. We are doing that in order to protect the solutions and the exam questions, and in order to avoid any post-collaboration with these problems. And this is, as I mentioned, it's a pure assessment. We need to assess your knowledge in order to give you the certificate. So for midterm and final exam, we are not sharing any solution during or after the exam. Having said that, I need to let you know that we always double check, triple check our solutions. If we are monitoring our SC2X help email account every single day. So if we receive any comment, if you point to us any potential technical issue, anything that you are not happy with your solution, with the platform, whatever, we definitely review that. After we close the exam, we go through the solutions. We review every single solution one more time, because we care a lot. And we definitely put a lot of effort in being sure that all of the solutions are correct, that the average grade is according to our expectation, and this kind of thing. If we need to do any regrade or any action, post-action after the exam, we are always open to do that. So we are reviewing that. We receive your comments. Feel free to send any comment or any concern you might have related to that, because we review these things. But since this is a 100% assessment, we decide our policy is not to share any feedback during midterm or final exam. Graded assignment is in between. For graded assignment, what we are doing is we do not share any feedback during the graded assignment by itself. I mean, we do not share the solution or the explanation, but after the due date, we share the solution and a brief explanation for this specific graded assignment. We are doing that because we consider graded assignment in between learning and assessment. We want you to be exposed to some assessment before the midterm and before the final. We want you to be prepared, and we want you to learn from your mistakes before taking the midterm and the final exam. Make sense?
Makes sense. Thank you, Eva. So no feedback. What we can do is we can maybe during the week 5, the week off, we can share with you past exam in order to help you to get prepared for the final exam. Okay, so I think it's something that we can do to help you. There's also a question that's coming from Marcelo, and Marcelo is saying the following. He has a question about the language of the videos. Is there any way to download those files in another language?
Okay, good question, Marcelo. We started this year, this run of SC2X with a new pilot project that, believe me, took a lot of effort. What we did is to translate the transcripts in SC2X in 2 languages. We translated into Spanish and into Chinese. So now anyone that has access to SC2X, all of the material are still in English. All of the practice problem, quick question, graded assignment, the videos, every single thing is in English, except that the transcripts that you can choose to read the transcripts of the videos in English, Spanish, or Chinese. This is a pilot, as I mentioned, and I'm very thankful to our center in Colombia, CLI, Logica, and also to our center in Ningbo, China, because they did this project, and believe me, it took a lot of effort to translate, because we have more than 100 videos in the whole program. There is a lot of videos, a lot of transcripts. So we are testing this in SC2x. Depending on the number of learners that are using that, we will see, we will evaluate the trade-off. Always, there is a trade-off in between the effort and the cost related to that and the benefit. And we will see if we can move forward with this project in the rest of the SCX courses.
Okay,
so now SC2x, you can do that.
So hopefully we will have in SC2x soon. So
yeah.
we'll see. Okay, so there are a couple of questions, or three, or maybe more students are asking about the software that we will use in the course.
Good.
So some of them are saying that they are afraid, about the use of SAS. So basically, they don't know about SAS.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you that the course, so the lecture are taught in using Excel. And also during all the GAs and also the MITx exam are designed in such a way that you can use Excel. So if you don't know SAS or Ample, you will be fine just with Excel. However, we do encourage you to use SAS and Ample, because, I mean, for your real life, for the supply chain life, you won't be able to use Excel to solve real life optimization applications. Okay, so try to use SAS and Ample. So we have a bunch of different recitations that will help you try to learn SAS. So we encourage you to use SAS. However, let me emphasize again, you should be fine only knowing Excel during this course.
Yeah, if you only want to use Excel, that should be totally fine. If you want to learn another tool like SAS, I also encourage you to enroll them in SC2x, because in SC2x, we review, and there are some recitations of how to use SAS for solving some of these basic problems. So this might also help for those that want to be introduced at least into SAS.
Okay, awesome. Before moving on, so let me tell you where our students are coming from, Eva. We have some students from Pakistan, Venezuela, India, China, Russia, USA, of course, France as well, Qatar, Taiwan, Mexico, Egypt. So we have more than 50 students from different parts of the world. So this is amazing.
This is amazing. We really like that. We have almost all of the countries represented, different cultures, which make this program very, very, very rich and a nice experience for all of us. Excellent. So let's move now into the omni-channel discussion. I want to review here some of the challenges and impact that omni-channel and the introduction of e-commerce and the growth of e-commerce is in how this is impacting the design of the supply chains. So I want to start the conversation with some news. It's interesting how the paradigm is changing nowadays. So it's interesting to just to go through the news and see, for instance, how Amazon is moving into the brick and mortar space. This is a piece of news from the Wall Street Journal from September 2018. Some months ago, less than 6 months ago, when Amazon announced the first long-term retailer in long-term contract retailer, because they were testing pop-up stores the 2 years before, but this was the first long-term retailer they opened in the Soho in New York. It's interesting to see how all of the knowledge Amazon is getting and having through their online platform, they are using now to offer the best seller online products through a physical retailer, through a physical traditional store. So this is an interesting news. I really encourage you to have a look to this news. If you visit New York, maybe you can go and visit the store. I didn't have the opportunity to do it again so far, but might be interesting to see this kind of online bestsellers physically there, so you can touch them and see what people say. Also, they include kind of the customer reviews and some insights from the online knowledge that they have, which is interesting to see how they are merging this online experience with the physical experience. So I'm bringing this here because the first thing I want to do is make you thinking about why. Why do you think that Amazon is moving to brick and mortar stores? What's the reason behind? Do you think that they are doing in order to improve customer experience? Do you think they are doing that because they are trying to grow and expand their business? Do you think it's because they want to test new technologies and business models in brick and mortar stores? Is because they need to gain omni-channel share and compete with traditional brick and mortars? Or do you think that they are doing that because they really want to get closer to the customer and obtain first-hand information? So let's go to Slido, SC2x-1. Please answer this question. And in the meantime, let me review a bit of history and when Amazon started. Amazon started as a pure player in 1995, as a pure marketplace platform, selling purely online. In 2017, Amazon bought Whole Foods. Whole Foods is a grocery chain here, mainly in the United States. They also have some stores in the United Kingdom and some of them in Canada, but mainly they are in United States. And they bought 460 physical stores. They bought the whole Whole Food chain. I will wait to see your answer before telling you why I think they did this movement. Also, Amazon opened Amazon Go. Let's see. I think we have some. Oh, we have almost your answers here.
Yeah, more than 40 answers already.
Perfect, great. So we have that. You think that Amazon did that to grow and expand their business? Good. To gain omni-channel share, to get closer to the customer and obtain first-hand information. I fully agree. Yeah, I fully agree. So they are not excluding the options you have there. And I fully agree. There are many reasons to expand, to open a new channel, but I'm with you. And most of you are voting to get closer to the customer and to have this first-hand information from customer. And this is something really, really helpful. They have a lot of knowledge now about how the online customer behave. However, they really want to enrich this information with the physical behavior. And these kind of experiences allow these companies like Amazon to have this first-hand information from the physical experience. Also, when we are talking about omni-channel, companies are rethinking about the customer experience and the customer experience online and also the physical customer experience, that because of the growth of e-commerce, it is, I believe that this is changing and it's a driver to change the physical customer experience. And I need to tell you, this is also happening to us in education. This online program is also changing the way we are delivering our on-campus program, because now we have the beautiful thing of offering online things, and then we can use the on-campus experience to offer additional value and to get value for this interaction. So same wise, I think that pure players like Amazon are trying to take advantage of this physical also experience and to have the customer there. Perfect. So more things. And why Amazon bought Whole Foods? One of the reasons here is because they really want to compete in the e-grocery market. E-grocery, at the very beginning, Amazon was really struggling with e-grocery because e-grocery add also the complexity of delivery fresh foods, frozen food. So, and also the delivery time typically is shorter than for other products. So these add layers of complexity. One of the strategies that Amazon is following is just to have this change of retailers. So this allowed them to be closer to the final consumer and to deliver these groceries in less than 2 hours. So one more thing, Amazon also opened Amazon Go. Amazon Go, the very first one, they started in 2016, offering as a beta test only for their employees. In January 2018, they opened the first Amazon Go in Seattle. What is Amazon Go? Amazon Go is a cashless brick and mortar convenience store. It's a convenience store that you don't need to go through the traditional cashier to pay for the product. They are using a lot of new technologies, computer vision. They are using sensors. They are playing with mobile technology in order to that this, with all of these sensors and technologies, they are trying to identify when the customer pick and grab one product, put in the basket, so it's already in your account. Once you are going to leave the store, all of these things are going to be charged in your Prime Amazon account. So this is one of the new model they are testing. And again, what they are introducing is a different customer experience. They want to test the effect of not having cashiers. Don't wait for paying when you are buying, and change a bit the customer experience when you go to a convenience store just to grab some beverage or just to grab some food. The first one was in Seattle. They also opened another one in Chicago, 2 more in San Francisco. However, this cashless experience is also generating some debate in San Francisco. We recently read some news that they are questioning about should we offer this kind of model, because at the end there are implications. You need to have a credit card in order to be able to buy in these stores and these kind of things. Always new models. So new models introduce also new challenges that need to be reviewed and revisited. And what else? So, and what I just mentioned at the very beginning, Amazon opened the 4-star store in New York in September 2018. It seems that Amazon is also planning to open more Amazon Go stores and move more into this brick and mortar space, which is at least interesting to observe. There is a nice video in YouTube. You can go to YouTube and look for Amazon Go. And if you are interested in watching this video, I highly recommend that. I think it's interesting to see how they use this new technology to offer this cashless experience. Excellent. So let's try to move forward. I also had a look to other pure online sellers, and I decided to bring this example, Wayfair. Wayfair is a US company. They are a pure player. Is one of the largest online only home goods retailers. They founded the company in 2016. Currently, they have more than 15 million of active customers, and they are delivering more than 28 millions of orders, all of them online. Which is interesting here, and what I want to bring here also is that this company recently announced that they are going to open their first brick and mortar. They test with one of their warehouse they were offering as an outlet last summer, and now in Natick, very close to Boston, they are going to open the very first brick and mortar retailer in a mall. So again, it's following the Amazon strategy to also be close to the physical store, the physical customer, and bring also their online products to this physical store. So it's another example, some news here that you can definitely go and have a look and read about that. Now I want to move the discussion to traditional brick and mortar. So we started with the pure players, with the pure e-marketplaces. Now let's have a look to the traditional brick and mortars and see what they are doing. Because as I mentioned, it's an interesting paradigm what we have now. Let's have a good look to Walmart. Walmart is also trying to move, but in this case, to move into the e-commerce space, to be more digital and to be more present in e-commerce sales. So they bought Jet.com a couple of years ago. They bought Bonobos, Rakuten. This is a Japanese marketplace. So they are investing, and they are investing a lot into e-commerce. They are also doing a big push into the online grocery business. They are offering pickup at nearby stores. They are trying to take advantage of the physical stores they have, but also be present in the e-commerce space. This is one of the pickup points that they have in their own retailers, in our Walmart stores. Target is another retailer here in the United States. They roll out also a pickup for online orders very recently. They acquired Shipt, and they are offering, trying to offer a new shopping experience with same-day delivery. So these companies are also playing a lot with the delivery time, delivery windows, how to reach the end consumer, and they are also playing a lot with the different channels they want to offer to the final consumer. I mean, the traditional e-commerce channel is to send it to you to your home or to your office, but now they are also playing with offering pickup points at their own retailers, brick and mortars, or with agreements with convenience store, gas stations, and other convenient places. So this is what these traditional brick and mortars are doing. So my question for you is, what do you think are the main reasons for traditional brick and mortar retailers to invest in online sales? The first answer is to survive. The second one is to compete with pure players, or to grow and expand their business, offering new sale channels. So let's see what you think here.
Okay, so we started receiving some answers.
Perfect. While you are answering this second question, let's have a look into the drivers. So for me, one of the main drivers here that is increasing these e-commerce sales, increasing also the omni-channel distribution strategies, is the growth of mobile devices. In 2017, Apple announced their first iPhone. Other companies follow with smart devices. And these smart devices change a lot our behavior as a customer. Now we have 50% of the world's population, we have smartphones. Around 40% of the world population has an internet connection today. That means that we can look for products that we need to buy, that we can search for any product that we want to buy, and we can buy almost from anywhere. We can buy from home, and we can buy from work, we can buy from the tea stop, from the bus station, from the park if we are playing with the kids, whatever, even from the store. And the stores knows that now, that they need to know that while you are in the store physically, you can grab the product and buy the product, or you can go to any of the marketplaces and buy online the product and receive at your home. So these open, let's say, a new environment here, and a lot of new options here. Yeah. Perfect. Let's come back to the slide. And what I want to show here is the complexity that this is bringing to the supply chain. So if we have a look into the purchase process, the very first stage is discovery. I discover that I need and I want to buy a new product. Then I start searching for that product. Then I decide to buy, and then if it is a physical product, I still need to receive this physical product. And finally, there is the return or commercial returns. So this slide would try to bring here is the complexity, is the mess. And in every single step of this process, we can combine different channels. And mobile devices, as I mentioned before, allows us to take any of these decisions from anywhere. So this means that retailers need to be ready to, okay, have my traditional brick and mortar and my products there, but I'm also offering products through my marketplace, my own online website. But I'm also have an agreement with Amazon, and I'm putting my products in Amazon, and also with another marketplaces. And at the end, I need to manage all of my inventory, and I need to do this in a seamless way, because at the end, from the customer, for me, doesn't matter how the retailer is going to manage that. What I really want is to have the product when I decide to have, whatever the point I decide to pick up, whenever the store I decide to go, or if it is a home delivery option. Let's have a look to the previous pool. So what are the main reasons for traditional brick and mortars? Most of you answer to grow and expand their business, offering new sales channels. I fully agree with you guys. Yeah, definitely the traditional brick and mortars. And if you go through the news, you can see a lot of news about traditional brick and mortars that they are having really a hard time. Why? Because they didn't move into the online space, so they are really losing advantage. They are losing this competitive advantage. So definitely they are doing in order to expand the different channels they are offering and to expand their market share and be present in this online environment. Okay, so my next question for you is, what are the key challenges that retailers need to face in an omni-channel environment? And there are many. I need to tell you there are many. Here at CTL, as I mentioned, we are in touch with many different industries and many different companies. I have interviewed a lot of retailers, manufacturers about this specific question. Here are some of the main challenges I have identified. And I really want to have your opinion about which of them do you think are one of the main challenges for retailers? One is where to prepare the order and where to prepare the online order in particular. The second one is how to manage the returns. And after this poll, I'm going to talk a bit more about the commercial returns, because this is really adding a complexity here. Which channels should our retailers offer? This is another decision that the retailers, when they come here, say, okay, I'm a traditional brick and mortar. I'm now offering my own website and my own marketplace. Which other channels should I offer? Should I offer pickup in my store? Should I have an agreement with a gas station? Which channels should I offer to my online customer? And finally is how to deliver, how to reach the end customer, how to reach the online customer. Should I use my own fleet? Should I have agreement with third-party logistics? Because again, this adds complexity. Typically, now we are just delivering each units to a specific customer to a specific location. So let me know your opinion about what do you think are the main challenges for retailers now. Okay, so yes, 47% said that which channels should a retailer offer to their customer is one of the main challenges. Yes, I agree. This is kind of the very first question, isn't it? It's kind of the very first question is, okay, so there are many different options. Which are the options I should offer? Because definitely there are implications. This is my next step. What I really want to review now is how this affects the supply chain, how this affects the design of the supply chain. Yeah. Among these key challenges, this is a basic chart that helps at least to present these key challenges. There are two main things, information and fulfillment. In terms of information, we can deliver through the traditional store, through online. Fulfillment, we can do home delivery, the traditional way for e-commerce, or in-store pickup. Traditional retailers offer information in a store and in-store pickup. I go, I decide, I grab my product, I pay, I go home with my product. The pure play, Amazon, you know, every single thing is online, all of the information, and typically the traditional way was home delivery. There are hybrid models that this is what I want to highlight here. We have companies like Home Depot, Walmart, Target, many other retailers. What they are offering is a hybrid model. You can shop online, but you can come to my store to pick up your product. And there is a benefit to do that, an additional benefit here, because it's an opportunity again to have the customer in my store. And finally, showrooms. This is a new business model. These are these kind of companies that what they are offering is the opportunity to go to try the product, to touch the product, to try it, to see which is the size that is better for you, these kind of things. But you cannot buy from this showroom. There is no inventory in the showroom store for selling. It's only to present the product and to try the product, but not for selling. In order to buy the product, you need to buy online. In terms of the key challenges, returns, as I mentioned. Why returns? Because e-commerce definitely increase the percentage of commercial returns. There is a nice article that said that a Gap is a fashion retailer here in the United States. People buy online 5 pants in order to just keep one. So it's a lot of returns related to that. The question is that those traditional brick and mortar can offer their stores as a return point. So again, it's an opportunity of a new sale. Information. Information is another key challenge. How will customers get the information they need? And online, I'm going to just mention briefly how technology can help here to change also the online customer experience. Fulfillment, this is one of the main challenges for retailers and manufacturers, how fulfill transactions, order fulfilling. Should I use my store to prepare the online order? Should I have an e-fulfillment center? Should I use my traditional distribution center and prepare the traditional orders plus the online orders? All of these things. And hybrid strategies. As we mentioned, we have these options that you can buy online and pick up in the store. Research online, purchase offline, but then you have this reverse showrooming or pop-up stores or movable showrooms, different models that are arising now. In terms of the technology, augmented reality. Augmented reality is one of the technologies that companies like IKEA or Wayfair, Nike or Adidas, they are using in order to change the customer experience. What is augmented reality? Is this technology that allows the integration of digital information with the user's environment real time. For instance, in the case of IKEA, you can download an app, you can scan your own living room, for instance, and then you can play with the different IKEA products and see how this sofa or this table fit into your real living room, for instance. So these are the things that augmented reality are allowing here. Before ending this live event, what I really want is to connect this hot topic with the course. Which areas of the design of supply chain you think will be impacted by the growth of e-commerce? Network design, procurement, distribution strategies, supply chain finance, or production planning? Most impacted, because impacted might be all of them. Okay, great. So take your time to fill the poll. What I really want to present here is in SC2X, we are going to cover supply chain network design. during weeks 1 and 2. Then we are moving into production planning, then into the sales and operations planning and distribution strategies. There is one specific lesson that we will cover omni-channel distribution strategies in this course. In week 7, Professor Sheffi will cover supplier management, and in weeks 8 to 10, Professor Jarrod Gottsling and Jim Rice, they will cover supply chain finance. So there is a lot of interesting topics in this SC2X course that really connect with some of the main challenges that retailers, manufacturers, and the different actors in the supply chain are facing today. And e-commerce is one of the things that I don't think we can be blind. We can be like, don't considering that. As we discussed today, traditional brick and mortars are moving into the e-commerce space. Can we turn to the video? Traditional brick and mortars are moving into the e-commerce space. We have also that pure players like Amazon, like the example of Wayfair, they are moving into the brick and mortar. So we are seeing how this, they are converging. They are converging in the two spaces, and we need tools to integrate these flows and to integrate the different channels. And one of the main challenge here is the inventory visibility and is how to integrate different channels. Most of these companies started in the year 2000. Dell is a great example. They started managing multi-channel, different channels as a different, completely separate channels. But now what we need is to integrate these channels in order to offer this seamless experience. And this is what retailers and manufacturers are facing now and are trying to solve nowadays.
Awesome.
Excellent.
So more than 50 responses to the poll.
Great.
So the majority say network design, and following is distribution
strategy. Definitely.
Which
Network
makes
design.
Sense, definitely.
Network design is definitely one of the main parts of the supply chain that are affected by this new omni-channel distribution strategy, because you need to rethink about how many of your distribution centers you want to use for that. If you want to create a new e-fulfillment center, where to locate, how to reach the final customer using this network that you have. So the network design will be affected. And the good news for you is that week 1 and week 2 of SC2X are going to cover this exciting topic. This is one of our favorite topics here. So we really hope that you enjoy this material. And as always, feel free to reach to us. Feel free to share any feedback that you have.
Thank you, Eva. So we have no time for more questions. If we haven't answered your question, we'll try to do it after the event in slide. Okay. Thank you, Eva, for such an insightful talk. And thank you all learners for joining us today. See you next time.
Enjoy SC2X. Bye.
Bye.